Hi, everyone. I'm Bonnie Wirth, one of the hosts here on Beyond Belief, along with my counterpart, Carlin Ray. Together, we delve into a wide range of topics to assist you on your ever evolving journey. I specialize in mediumship. Well, probably because the very fact is I'm a medium, while Carlin Ray has the beautiful gift of clairvoyance. In addition to our individual abilities, Carlin Ray and I bring our unique life experiences to the table, offering a diverse perspective as we navigate the vast universe together. Alongside sharing our personal anecdotes, we are dedicated to serving our audience by providing insights and answers to your questions that may come up along the way. Welcome to Beyond Belief. I love this question that was sent in to me from a viewer. I want to say thank you so much. Carlin Ray and I love the questions. In fact, we encourage you to send them in because it gives us such juicy content to be able to help and support you. I recently received the question that it was kind of made me giggle at first, but it was absolutely a question that when I sat and reflected upon it, realized it was something that I too had wondered about, was something that I too was challenged by. And so I thought it was a perfect one to bring forward to our conversation today. The question is, do our loved ones watch us having sex? Wow, I want to tell you, this question. I remember when I was a teenager that, and again, I've been engaging with the spirit world for pretty much my whole entire life. Even if I wasn't always aware that I was a medium, I've always had it going on. So I remember after my grandmother had died and I was a teenager, I was really super concerned over the fact that she was going to be watching my exploration in my own sexuality. I was afraid, and you know what, even maybe a little bit of embarrassed over the thought that my grandmother would now be seeing what I had going on in my most private or vulnerable moments. So, this being exposed to the spirit world is something that comes up for a lot of people to know and understand. Of course, our loved ones are always with us. We hear it all the time. They're watching over us. But I want to tell you that, I want to bring a little bit clarity to this question. So, the short answer, do our loved ones watch us having sex? The short answer is yes, they absolutely do. But let me go into that a little bit more for you. So, first off, to know that our loved ones when they cross over to the other side, they are only looking back towards us with unconditional love. Now, the reason for this is that when we die, we release our ego is what makes us human. It's the very thing that causes us to do the things we do, to think the way we think, to believe the things that we believe in. It is the conditioning that helps us to live and be within this human life experience. In fact, the ego is the very thing that makes us human. When we die, we leave the ego behind, which means that our loved ones are no longer in a place of judgment. They're no longer looking at us, judging us whether we're behaving poorly or properly. They're no longer judging us based on the choices and decisions that we're making. They see us only through the eyes of love. My gosh, I always think what a world it would be if we could all see each other solely through the eyes of love. Because part of the ego and part of that conditioning that comes along with it is judgment. We humans judge each other for absolutely everything. We judge others, we judge ourselves, we judge negatively, and we judge positively as well. So when we die, like I said, the ego slips away. It's no longer a part of the consciousness of what is our spirit or this higher essence of who we truly are. So when our loved ones are now on the other side, they are watching over us through the eyes of love. Through the eyes of love, no judgment whatsoever. So, are they watching us have sex? Well, the truth of the matter, as I said, is yes, but it's so much more than that. They're not actually looking and watching and viewing it the way that we would think of viewing if we were standing in a bedroom or watching something on TV. That's not how it goes for them. What they're seeing is a frequency of energy, a frequency of love that is surrounding us and surrounding our partner. They're not actually seeing anything else that's going on. All they're recognizing is the fact that we are in pleasure, that we are in this energy and frequency of elevated love and tenderness, and of course our loved ones want nothing more than for us to enjoy our life, and so they witness the energy of love, but they're not actually witnessing us having sex. Now, here's something else that comes up. As I said, one, I had my grandmother. This was something I worried about all the time. I was embarrassed, I felt vulnerable, I felt exposed. But of course, knowing and understanding that it's only love, I can now be a little bit more at peace. I wish I would have known it at the time, let me tell you, because it really caused me a lot of distress. However, funny story. Fast forward several years later to after my husband's best friend passed away. Now, before I dive into that story, I also wanted to say this is to know that your loved ones, now, again, there's always exceptions to the rule. However, that being said, that your loved ones, when they were alive, would probably not have been standing over your bed watching you have sex. Okay. They're not doing that in the afterlife. They're not interested. They love us. They respect us. And remember, they're not judging us. They can witness the energy of what's going on, but they allow us to have the pleasure and the sacredness and the opportunity to indulge in that euphoria of lovemaking with our partners. So they're not standing over the bed watching and taking notes, nor are they, I mean, maybe they were live, but chances are they weren't. And nor are they standing there giving us pointers and tips, even as they're on the other side. That's not a part of the equation at all. So to understand, they're only seeing that energy and recognizing it. But funny story, as I said, fast forward to when my husband's best friend passed away, because this was an individual who actually pushed me forward to come out of my little mediumship closet and let people know that I talk to dead people. So it wasn't until his passing where I really, really kind of came into recognizing that this ability was something that God gave to me and some way for me to help other people. But prior to that happening, after his crossing, not only was he standing in my bedroom watching what I felt was watching me make love to my husband, he was in bed with us sleeping. He was coming into the bathroom when I was stepping out of the shower. It was like everywhere that I was, so was he. He was pushing so hard for me to share the messages from the other side that and there was like no rules applied. But you see, here's the key for so many of us. Now, whether you are a medium or not, know that we absolutely have a say. You would have boundaries in your physical life that said your loved one cannot come into your bedroom while you're having sex. Chances are you have a lock on the door. So this is so you're setting the boundary for that not to happen. This is the key thing. When we are sensitive to the spirit world, having boundaries is essential, and sometimes we need to experience something that's not wanted before we realize something that we actually need to have set as a request and boundary. A lot of mediums don't realize that they actually have a lot of say over what happens, when it happens, with who it happens, and not just sex. I'm talking about those people on the other side. So just know here that by setting boundaries, by simply, just like I had to do with my husband's best friend, I had to say, you know what, this is not okay. You cannot be standing in the bedroom. And he's telling me, Bonnie, all I see is the energy of your love. All I'm seeing is the connection, the passion, and the love. I don't see anything else. And I said to him, doesn't matter, don't want you there. You can't be in bed with us, and nor can you be in the bathroom when I get out of the shower. He's like, Bonnie, you're beautiful. I see you only in beauty. I'm not here for any other reason, but I really need to talk to you. And I said to him, understand, still doesn't matter. This is my private space. My bedroom is off limits. It is sacred. If I want to make love to my husband, I want to make love to my husband and not be in awareness of the fact that somebody is standing there watching. So just to wrap this up, just know that Sweet, sweet friends, we have so much say. Our loved ones hold no judgment over our choices and actions. They only want us to enjoy our life. And when they are witnessing that energy of love making, they are rejoicing. They want us to be happy. They want us to be enjoying our life. They are supporting and they remember. You see, the other thing is they actually remember the pleasure of what that is, and they want that for us too. They want it for us too. So your boundaries are essential. You don't need to go through any big process in which to put boundaries into place. You can think them, you can write them down, you can just speak them out loud. Let them know what the limit is for you. Let them know what's acceptable and not acceptable. And trust me, they're going to honor them. They love you. They want nothing more than for you to have a healthy relationship with them. So they will oblige with whatever it is that you desire them to do for you. Remember, we always have conscious choice, and we always have choice when it comes to our interactions with the spirit world as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, for listening. Hey, please feel free to post in the comments, like and share. Kjarlune and I are so grateful for your interaction and for helping us make this channel everything that it possibly can be and more. Until next time, bye for now.